So, check this out. If you get a chance to look up at the sky tonight, you might actually see 6 planets all lined up. It's like this little cosmic dance, but trust me on this, that is nothing. It's not even the appetizer for what's really going on out there.
Oh, absolutely. Forget big. The universe is, it's just completely wonderfully deranged. And the best part? The James Webb Space Telescope, it basically caught the universe red-handed, just shattering every single rule we thought we had figured out. So yeah, buckle up. This is gonna melt your brain.
All right, first things first, let's talk about the lies the early universe told us. See, we had this really neat, tidy theory. You know, that the first galaxies were small, they grew up slowly, and it took billions of years for them to get organized. Well, JWST just came along and proved that was completely, totally wrong.
Yeah, and what's so wild about this is just how impossible it should be. Finding a fully formed, mature barred spiral galaxy this early, it's kind of like a newborn baby showing up to preschool already driving a Ferrari. It makes no sense. We thought these beautiful, elegant structures needed billions and billions of years to form. Turns out the early cosmos wasn't quiet and slow. It was throwing absolute ragers.
And this timeline just shows you how fast it all went down. Look at that. You've got the Big Bang, and then bam! Almost right away, these incredibly complex galaxies are just popping into existence.
It is staggering. We are not talking about some slow, gradual evolution here. The universe was basically still in its infancy and was already building these massive galactic structures. It's just wow.
Right, so this is the number that matters. 280 million years. That's it. That's when this record-breaking galaxy, MOAMS 140, was already there. It's the closest we've ever gotten to the actual birth of everything. It just completely rewrites that first chapter of the cosmos. Okay, so let's keep going because it gets even weirder. I want you to imagine you're planning your next vacation. Forget the beach, forget the mountains. The universe has some options that are way more interesting and, frankly, way more terrifying. Welcome to the Cosmic Freak Show, everybody. So, our first stop is 55 Cancri E. Now, this is a planet that's about twice the size of our own Earth. But here's the kicker. It's made almost entirely of diamond. Can you even wrap your head around that? Just one enormous, sparkling hell gem floating out there in the complete darkness. Or, if that's not your style, how about this place? HD 1897333b. We're talking about winds whipping around at over 5,000 miles per hour. And the rain? Oh, it rains sideways. Molten glass. A sunset there would look like a shattered stained glass window that's on fire. It's horrifyingly beautiful. And hey, you don't even have to leave our own solar system to find the truly bizarre. Just take a look at our neighbor, Venus. It spins so incredibly slowly that a single day on Venus is actually longer than its entire year. Try planning your work week around that schedule. We always think of space as being completely silent, right? No air, so no sound. And for the most part, yeah, that's true. But then you have black holes. Through the gravitational waves they send rippling across space-time, we've actually learned that they sing. It's this deep, cosmic hum coming from the most mysterious objects in the entire universe. Okay, so we've talked about all of this stuff that we can see. Now let's talk about the part that really, truly keeps scientists up at night. Because the simple, unsettling truth is, what you see is not what you get. It's not even close. Just look at this chart. Everything we have ever seen, everything we've ever observed, every star, every galaxy, every planet, you, me, this microphone, all of it is in that teeny tiny 5% sliver. The other 95%? Well, that's dark matter, the invisible glue holding galaxies together, and dark energy, the invisible force that's actively trying to rip the entire cosmos apart. And that invisible force, it is working overtime. The universe isn't just expanding into some empty void. No, space itself is being created right now, as you're watching this. Every single minute, an amount of space larger than millions of galaxies just appears out of nowhere. So all of this, it leads to a sense of scale that is just almost impossible for our brains to handle. So let's try to break our brains a little bit, shall we? This next part is all about our tiny, tiny place in this impossibly huge cosmic ocean. Let's start with this number, 1 septillion. That's a 1 followed by 24 zeros.
and that is the conservative estimate for how many stars there are in just the observable universe. So, to try and put that into perspective for you, next time you're at a beach, pick up a handful of sand. There are more stars in the sky than there are grains of sand on every single beach, on every continent, on the entire planet Earth. Just let that sink in. And while all this is happening, you're not just sitting still. Not at all. Right this second, you, me, all of us, we're strapped to a planet that's orbiting a star. And that star, the sun, is screaming through our galaxy at 828,000 kilometers per hour.
Which means that a year from now, you'll have gone around the sun, sure, but you'll be in a completely different spot in the galaxy. And that childhood bedroom where you grew up, it's already 7 billion kilometers away from where it was when you were a kid.
And if you think we're all alone and isolated out here, well, think again. Because every now and then, the universe sends us postcards. We are literally getting visitors from other star systems, passing right through our cosmic backyard. Yeah, and this is the perfect example. Just last year, we had a visitor, an interstellar comet called 3I/Atlas. It came from a whole other solar system, one that's even older than ours, and it's made of stuff with a chemical signature we have never seen before. It literally traveled between the stars and just decided to swing by and say hello. So, when you put all of this together, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's this. We are a tiny, tiny speck on a tiny rock, and we are hurtling through a universe that's mostly invisible and is constantly rewriting its own rules. And somehow, against all of those insane odds, we're smart enough to just look up and ask, why? You know that feeling you might have in your chest right now? That sense of wonder, maybe a little bit of vertigo? That's the universe. That's it reminding you how insanely, ridiculously lucky you are to be alive, right here, right now, to even get a chance to witness it. So, what do you think? Which cosmic fact broke your brain the most? For me, I think it has to be the diamond planet.
See, I'm still stuck on this sideways glass rain. That's just wild.
Let us know your favorite cosmic mind blower in the comments. And hey, like this explainer if your brain is now officially a little bit scrambled, and share it with someone who needs to feel wonderfully small tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. And always remember, keep looking up.